When it comes to email, there are certain do's and don'ts that you should always keep in mind. It's simple email etiquette. Let's run through a couple of these things. First thing, when you send a message to someone, put in the subject line. Otherwise, the recipient is going to open up his or her inbox, see your name, and no message, and they're going to have no idea what it is that you're trying to get across without opening the message. Sometimes when you've got 40 or 50 messages that are yet to be opened, you want to have an idea of how you should prioritize it. So include a subject that is relevant to the message. When you receive a message and it's gone out to a large number of people, always think twice before doing a reply all. It is rare that someone sends a message to a large group of people and intends everyone to inform everyone else what their reply is. And in most cases, the other people have absolutely no interest in what your reply says, and it just fills up their inbox. For the content of the message, when you're sending to one person, you can probably skip the Dear John part at the start. That person knows that you're sending the email to him or her. Otherwise, if you're sending to multiple people, but you intend the message to really be to one person and kind of an FYI to the rest, you should include a salutation. To and carbon copy, to and CC. The people that you put in the to line, they're the big dog. They're the ones that have to have the information that you're sharing. The CC are the little dogs. They're the FYI, and you don't really expect a reply from these people. Blind copy. There are two circumstances where blind copy is appropriate. The first one is if you are sending a message to a large group of people and either that group of people don't know and maybe shouldn't know each other's email addresses. So like an invitation to a conference or something like that, where you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable by giving away their email address by putting it in the to or CC slot. Or if you think that people are going to have a problem with not doing a reply all, then blind copy is a good way to go, because when you click reply all with a blind copy, you don't see the other recipients, so you can't send back to them either. In that case, what you want to do is you want to put your name in the to field and put all of the other addresses in the blind copy. The other circumstance where blind copy is appropriate is if you and your supervisor have talked to each other about a situation and you've decided that the best route to take is to do a blind copy to that supervisor of whatever message you're sending to someone else. Every other circumstance, you're a stalker. There's really no way to justify later on to someone that you blind copied a message to someone else that was sent to them. It's an uncomfortable situation and you should try to avoid it. Keep the message that you're sending short and to the point. Nobody has time on a day-to-day basis to read War and Peace. Spell check. Spell check's an important feature. The only people or the only things that can get away with not using proper grammar and pronunciation and spelling are lolcats. Font and color. Outlook has a great number of options that you can choose when you're sending a message, and you can change font and you can change color a lot. The result can be something that looks an awful lot like a ransom note. It's easier for people to read information that's straightforward and probably in black and white. Go to the library and look at the books and you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. Your signature. It is possible to put a meaningful saying at the end of a message. And you, by all means, should put your name at the end of a message. For no other reason than it tells people, hey, I'm done with this thought. But you can go overboard. Anything that you put after your name shouldn't be longer than the message itself. And oftentimes, if you look at your very long signature message, you can probably summarize it down to one key point. So if you want a saying, go for the short one. As an email user, you are responsible to check your own mail, and you should check it at least once a day. Otherwise, people are going to be sitting around not knowing if you've read your message, waiting for the reply, and they can't move on. If you follow these tips, everyone will be a happy email user on our system. Thanks.